Hi guys, John the firearms instructor, and today we are all talking about how to aim a pistol. You guys have asked for it through our subscribers have been asking, how do we aim it? What do I aim? What do I do? How do I do it? I think we need to start with how you aim. And what's important to know right off the bat is your dominant eye. Then there's an easy dominant eye test, which is taking your hands. You can do this at home. Bring them together. Look through this triangle hole here, focus on a light switch or anything else in your bedroom, and bring it back to your dominant eye. It'll automatically go to your dominant eye. If you focus on both eyes open and go to that triangle, it'll automatically go to your dominant eye. Your dominant eye itself is so important. That's where the weapon needs to be. Now, if you're right-handed and right-eye dominant, it's pretty simple for you. You just need to marry the weapon and the eye together by turning your chin just a little bit. But if you're right-handed, left-eye dominant, you just got to make sure the weapon's over the dominant eye. This is the key factor of shooting a pistol accurate, is to make sure that the weapon and the eye are lined up together. And this is the key thing that most people tend to do wrong. They start out with a stance. Let's say they figured out the proper stance, but they push the gun directly over their body. If you push the gun directly over your body, you've got the gun over your nose and not over your dominant eye, which in turn, you're already shooting to the left. And if you add finger in or improper grip or pull the trigger, you're doing a lot of different stuff. So let's show you proper alignment. Would be push the arm out first. This is a good way to do this, is push your dominant hand out, then turn your chin to get your eye over the weapon, and then grab the other side just like this. And that's going to allow you to focus on that front post and front post only, because that's one of the things that most people mess up too, is they're only focusing on the front post but not putting it through their back post. The vision of a sight system would be back post, look through back post, see front post at the base of the circle here. Because if I take this gun, which is a plastic gun, guys, there's no rounds in it, it's not live, and we put that directly over top of the circle, just like this, where's your sights? Your sights are above. So these bullets will impact higher because you're aiming high. What you're thinking about doing is you should be down here and visualizing what you're aiming at. Let's say we're trying to hit that triangle, for instance. You have to see the triangle to shoot the triangle. So I made me a little target, a little sight system that you can visually see here. So what we're looking at, if you had the barrel on the center of that, that's where your sights would be. And obviously, you know, at that point in time, you'd be shooting high. But if you brought them down to this point right here, that's where your sight should be at that point in time. Not only does this level it out here, but if you had your sights closer to one side to the other, the negative space is so important as well. With the three dots, your negative space, you can't have your this lower or higher, because if you had it higher, the dot in the center higher, you're going to shoot high. And if you have the dot in the center lower, you're going to shoot low. So what this sight system does for us, not only does it level the gun up and down like this, it levels it right and left too. So if you've got that all figured out, and you lay it just up there just like that, and you got it lined up just perfectly, our job at that point in time is slowly cut the trigger. And that's going to help us become more proficient by having a consistent point of aim. That's really what it's all about, a consistent point of aim, a cadence that you can continuously do and not have a problem with. The challenge of just going out and shooting at the target, you have no consistent point of aim, so that's going to give you you're going to be all over the place. And don't forget, we talked a lot of times, it's about slowly pressing the trigger. Once you've found your sight system, try not to bounce your sight system when you engage the trigger, because you bounce that sight system. Now I'm bouncing this here to kind of show you, but this is a SIRT pistol. Now SIRT pistols basically have a laser system in it, and it helps you. These are pretty good training drills. We use a lot in the classes when we do our women's classes or our men's classes to kind of give them an idea. There's 2 lasers on this. The first laser shows you're taking that slack out of that trigger, and the second laser is the impact of the bullet. So that kind of gives us our little deal. I don't want to put it in the camera, so let me just show you here. So if I'm aiming at this target and I'm looking through here, my first target's going to be there, my second one's going to be there. And the more I do that, the easier it becomes. That kind of gives us that ability to understand. So dry firing at your home could be easily done. Make sure there's no bullets in the room. Make sure the gun's empty. Check it, double check it, triple check it. Then take the weapon, put something on the wall. You could use a light switch or anything else like that. And I just want you to focus on pushing the gun out while concentrating on your front post, seeing it through your back post. Once you've got it out and it's level, slowly begin to apply pressure until it dry fires. And then rack the slide, push it back out again. This is not about speed. If you did about 15 or 20 of these or 25 of these a night, you would get the idea of how much travel that trigger needs to go and how much engagement or a lack of engagement you need to keep the weapon from bopping. And that weapon from dumping is going to cause those low impacts. So sighting a pistol is not complicated, but there's a few moving parts. So let's go over one more time what they are. 1, we have to make sure we got the weapon over our dominant eye. 2, we need to make sure the weapon is level. The more it's level. 3, we need to focus on the front post, but it has to be in here. So we look through here to get to the front post. And then it's about a slow engagement of the trigger until the weapon fires. I hope I answered your question, because there was a guy on our subscribers that he just can't seem to get the concept of how to use his iron sights. He doesn't understand it. So iron sights are pretty simple, guys. They have to be level. They have to be equal space here. And you got to focus on the front one. The vision you're looking for is these 2 back here. This back here should be blurry. This right here should be crystal clear. And if we stop aiming in the center of the plate and bring it down here, that we can see where we're aiming at, our impacts are going to be a lot easier, a lot cleaner, and a lot tighter groups. Until next time, God bless, be safe, and remember, you are your first line of defense. Don't forget about our Tuesday Night Live. This Tuesday Night Live is all about 380s, pocket pistols, and why you need one. Until next time, I love you guys. We'll see you.